Hi guys,
Hello people,
I'm Eleanor,
I'm Lola.
and we're watching Black Sails.
I think we haven't watched Black Sails for a bit. Do you not
What do
have
you
that
mean?
feel?
No.
No?
I did it last episode, 2 days ago.
Yeah, but that was like 2 days.
So
And before that
so
we filmed
to me,
this 5 days ago.
It's fine, you know.
Yeah, so like for me it's weird because it's like been 5 days. It's been a while.
We have 3 episodes of this season, and we were thinking if we're gonna watch them all today, but we figured out we don't have that much time.
Yeah, we're like, yes, definitely. Let's watch all 3 today. And we're making coffee meal. I was like,
it's
we
1
don't have the
p.m.
time.
literally.
We don't have time to watch 3 episodes today. So I guess it's just gonna be 1 because I think it's bad to watch 2 and then just leave the finale.
But like tomorrow we're gonna finish it off. So tomorrow we're gonna finish.
And then we're gonna
season 3.
be close to entering counting in single digits.
I can't believe it. Like I cannot believe it, honestly. But like I am so excited to rewatch the show. You like have no idea how excited. This is a show that I want to rewatch, honestly.
Yeah.
Because like somehow, you know, like we're filming reactions and we're experiencing the show live, basically. You know, you see our reactions to everything, but like it's a bit different than just like lying down and like casually binging the whole show, you know? So that's also what I want to experience with this show.
Yeah.
Like just like lying down and whole night just like binging it.
Yeah.
I really want that. So I'm waiting until we finish it to start the rewatch immediately, I feel like.
I thought you even said you're gonna just start rewatching it before we finish because
I plan to,
us.
because I don't think I would be able to catch up because that's how small we have.
Yeah.
You know, that's how short
little we have.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I could, but I think I'm gonna wait for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, until we finish the whole show. It's different when you know the ending and then go to the beginning, you know?
And
so
see everyone's storyline from start to finish, knowing where it goes.
Exactly, not having to wait.
Sometimes then sometimes then you can like get a better grasp of it all. Because like when you know where it goes, then you see maybe
notice things.
That you maybe didn't
small
before.
Things that have maybe been planned, you know?
Yeah.
Like how it would be interesting to now watch Mr. Scott from the beginning and you know where his whole story ends up. Like I think it would be like you would, I don't know if it was planned from the beginning, but like I would go search for it to see if he says something or if he doesn't say something.
I remember, was it season 2 or something? Maybe it was season 2. He was speaking with Flint on a ship. And I remember like at that point I thought that he was just talking about like how Mr. Scott is helping with Eleanor and everything and whatever, because like he was telling him something along the lines of like they don't know that you are like sitting on kind of 2 thrones and like holding this all together. And like he's quite literally on 2 like Nassau and
I thought you meant like Flint said that, but like Flint doesn't know that.
No, Flint doesn't know that. He was just like, he was speaking what I thought he was speaking, you know? And like, I think that was the show's nod. For when you rewatch, maybe. He really...
maybe.
He, like, Flint has no idea. Yeah, I think a rewatch would be just great.
For every single character, honestly.
Yeah. Last episode,
how it ended.
You were there.
I don't remember.
I mean, our boy stomped it on the frame's head.
He felt the excitement afterwards.
Yeah.
Which is interesting. I think we're gonna see probably with him scenes with Maddie as well, because like she did propose to him in the last episode or previous one, I don't know which one.
I think it was the previous one.
Maybe. And so like let's see what does he shares with her after this. Do they talk about what happened, what he been through, what he did, you know?
Yeah, is she gonna be the one to like hold his head above water so he doesn't like go into the depths as Flint does?
I'm interested to see that.
It's gonna be a yes. They have a vibe. This is an intentional vibe. I don't think we're making this up.
No, of course. This is an interesting story for John. Can't say expected it to happen.
No, me neither.
At all, honestly. So like I can't wait to see it. We had a lot of Max and Eleanor in the last episode. Like that was
Now they're
45
working
minutes of
together.
our outro. I
Was
feel.
it?
Yeah, I mean half of it.
I remember Eleanor. I remember we were talking a lot about Eleanor.
We started with Max and
Yeah.
went to Eleanor, but like
Yeah.
we did talk a lot about them because like Max is going through some similar things that Eleanor has been through,
Yeah.
and then we had the scenes with Eleanor and the guy,
Yeah. Woods Rogers.
Rogers, yeah. So we have to see how what happens there,
Yeah.
because we also, oh my god, yes, the last episode ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, where with our boy Wayne, who did tip off Anne and told her about Jack, but they did give them
gold
money, so like we need to see.
We need to get gold and Jack. That is our plan. That is where we are right now. We need to get both. And so, like, I'm gonna assume in this episode, because they have the whole gold and whatever, that they're gonna maybe start transferring Jack. And maybe we can, by the end of the episode, see how our guys intercept that. Potentially. I'm gonna love that. Our guys have never really, like, been this, like, together. Like, there's always, groups. We have, like, Flint and John, and then Jack, Anne, and Max. And so, like, right now, things are grouped in different ways. It's everyone on one side, and then we have Max and Eleanor.
Yeah.
That's where we are right now.
Which is interesting.
Yeah.
I would not say that's gonna happen in season one.
I mean, I love a team up. I mean, if our girls were there with them, that would have been even better. But, like, okay, I understand realistically. We can't just do all of that. But I'm very excited to see all of us working together to save Jack, first and foremost, for me.
I still think that, like, it's gonna... Max could potentially at the end
I think that's gonna be happening
fall on our side, and
I think it's gonna be happening just like so there would be like a different like a divergence from Eleanor's story, like where she went in and lost everyone
because she betrayed everyone, and now she is ended up on a completely different road, it's like
I just think things are going to be different from Max.
I think so as well.
And so, like, that's what I'm expecting by the end of the season.
But again, I still think we need to get the people for this fight to happen. And again, there happened to be one thing that I could have thought of how we would how we would win people if somebody gets hanged from a British army. I mean, no. From our guys, but like because of the hands of British army, of
someone gets hanged from our guy, from one of our guys, of course.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. But like they came here with their British rules, and started trialing and hanging
our guys.
I mean, Pirates, Nassau people. Yeah. You said that, and I agreed with you, and we both agreed that Jack is not the one that dies, and so then you put it in my head. Then you put that idea in my head, and now I feel a bit concerned for Vain. Just like a smidge concerned for Vain. I still don't think so. That's how he dies. I never imagined something like that. So, nor do I think he's gonna. Nor can I see how that would exactly happen.
I can't either.
Like I can't see how he goes to jail. What? And our guys sit and watch.
Well, I mean that's where like the plan loses.
Somehow it does not work for me.
Yeah.
But like who else? Maybe some not main character. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but like
like the guy that has the girl,
the cravat guy.
Yeah, maybe him because like he's technically plotting against them.
I mean, he is giving out the information.
He's giving out the information.
Potentially, it's just because like that would make sense for the island.
Yeah.
I don't know if that would necessarily make sense for the show. Mm-hmm. Like for the purposes of a show, like when you're making it. Like like legitimately any random guy could get hanged.
We need to know him.
Well, yes, but like I feel like not only do we need to know him, I think we need to really care. Mm-hmm. I think we need to I feel like shows would usually go down that route.
Yeah.
You need to really care so that like you get as angry as they get, so that you would like feel why they are now all coming together. If that is how we get them together. But like honestly, maybe just like seeing Flint back from the dead.
Maybe.
And like he gives like a speech.
Yeah, that's enough.
I'm down.
I'm
doing it.
That's enough.
And like, okay, like let's just say again, if we do all of that to England, what the fuck do we do with Spain?
That's season 4.
Like, what do we do?
That's another problem.
And like, if we do defeat the British, let's say that. If we... Where does that leave Eleanor? To just like flee back to England?
Yeah, I think so.
And go to jail and get hanged?
I don't think her story ends with her getting hanged, but like I do think she dies. But like I think that's a bit later. I don't expect her to die in season 3. Honestly, it doesn't seem that way to me right now. I don't feel her death coming, you know?
No, me neither.
But like I do believe she would run with him, let's say, because he's all she has right now. Who is she gonna stay here with, you know?
No, she has unfortunately alienated everyone. Again, girl, like, I have understood your reasons, so like I'm not...
Sure, but like I do understand how she ended up where she ended up.
I mean, of course.
So like let's hope Mac's priorities switch up from Eleanor's, you know what I mean? That she wouldn't end up in the same way that Eleanor is gonna end up.
Yeah, like... When you see yourself going down a similar road as to someone you know, and you see where they are right now, you don't want that outcome.
Exactly.
We need to switch things up, my girl.
Do you understand it? Like, the thing is, Rogers has a wife.
Yeah.
So where is she gonna go to his house to hang out with his wife?
Look, I'm quite certain that like he has money, and in those times I'm certain they had like mistresses or something.
That would be
a horrifying story.
That would be
I don't think that's a thing. I'm just like saying, like, in reality,
but for her,
sure, you can do that, but like that's not gonna be a story. So like if they go back, she goes back to jail, and so like then what then? I'm not quite sure what we do there.
I don't know. I have no idea.
Again, Woods Rogers scares me when he does not have the power. He's a bit scary. So I want to see how everything transpires right now. So excited.
Let's play the episode.
Let's see. Like we literally could have watched. We could watch 3 episodes. We spoke less.
Let's not prolong this.
If we spoke less. I was telling Milena, I was reading a comment yesterday. This is like for Hunter x Hunter, where someone just like, and thank you for the effort because the comments was very long, about how like we should just speak less so that we can like watch more. He was like, the time you spent before the episode and after the episode, that could have been another episode plus a shorter review. I mean, they were nice about it. And I just like that, yeah, sure. That, but I feel like the only people that are losing then are you guys, because we're not gonna like up the number of times that we react to something, you just get less of it. So
I'll play the part. From this moment on,
he's scary. He is fucking scary.
Piracy will be presumed to be one of your men. I will catch you. I will hang you.
Hang him.
Where are you?
Hang him.
Encourage Governor Rogers not just to send the gold.
That's 100% happening.
Hang him.
That's 100% happening.
Jack cannot die, right? Jack cannot die. Jack is a real fucking pirate in history. So Jack is not the one.
I hope so. I always imagine him and Anne surviving this.
Me too. He has to create a legacy.
I mean, he would technically recreate with
I mean, with like dying for everyone to gather behind him, that would be a legacy. No, I don't like that. I don't like that legacy at all, my boy.
He even said that, like...
when he made the choice.
Yeah. But that's somehow a love story that we've been following from the first episode, like Jack and Anne. Yeah. And somehow, like, would really break my heart for them not to end up together.
I'm literally just like going through every character and thinking what the possibility of them getting hanged for this would be, and the only 2 remaining are Jack and Vain. I have no one else.
Me too.
And Jack is less than Vain.
But like I can't imagine Vain dying like that.
No, me neither. And why do we how do we let it happen? If he gets caught, how do we let it happen?
I cannot imagine that. But like with Jack.
No, that would be brave.
Please don't do that.
We can't do that. We can't do it. No, they can't do that. He was like quite a real fucking pirate. Blackbeard. Maybe he somehow comes and gets hanged.
Because everybody would gather against for him. What?
If he hears Vain is dead,
what?
Would he get mad and then come help us?
All these things. Porcelain. Rocks.
If there weren't subtitles, I would not understand what he's talking.
Also condemned fragile. And for what?
Oh my god.
He's gonna die like that. I think he's gonna die like that.
How? But look where they are.
You have no instincts towards earning for yourself a life more comfortable?
I don't. And had I that instinct, I would resist it. With every inch of will I could muster. Give us your submission. and we will give you the comfort you need. I can think of no measure of comfort worth that price.
You miss that caravan. You lose what? Money. Your war. What I got to lose ain't something so easy to recover.
There is no your loss.
No, I will take everyone's death over Jax's death. We cannot do that.
You cannot break my heart like that.
We're all in this for our own reasons.
I think
hers is very more important than your own.
Thing. This is an either or reason.
But we must hold the line
Proposition.
and stand together.
This is a...
Either or proposition.
No alternative.
No, we're saving Jack. We're saving Jack. We are saving fucking
That's
Jack.
for sure.
It's for you.
Imagine if he would die. I would.
No, Jack.
No way. Literally no way.
The company. I suspect I'll be leaving shortly. There's a whole world out there that every so often rewards ambition.
Rewards ambition.
Yeah.
So you're gonna live.
Yeah. His ambition needs to be rewarded. No, why would they even think that he's gonna hang? They need to send him to Spain.
Yeah, but I
God,
thought like
fucking
hanging
dumb.
in Spain.
No.
Yeah,
what does that do?
No, we're not gonna see
we
him
need to
being hanged in
have
Spain.
somebody hang here for us to see that in front of
True,
our houses.
he's not even being here.
He's not. God, we dumb. Okay, at least that. Now we can only worry about Wayne. No.
And exchange the cash for my release.
Fucking assholes. Fucking assholes. Don't worry, my boy. We're getting there.
It seemed like a release.
Spain has demanded I deliver you along with the cash.
Funny enough, it is never English.
No
Sacrifice.
harm to your partner. She left the transaction unscathed. Brilliant, man. Let's go.
Could that?
So she's alive.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
You fucking know
have
that she would have
That's
died.
dumb, because like she would not let that money.
It's good, the fucking great, my boy. You know what's coming now. I love that they know each other so fucking well. That you hear one line and they know what's
he
coming.
said like your partner was not harmed. She left the
She's
cash.
not even fucking harmed.
She's
not
like,
harmed.
No, but like she would not leave the cash.
Exactly.
She would have to be harmed if they didn't
Like
come
if
to
she,
her
like
before.
literally, if she would never accept that they do not give her Jack unharmed. In what fucking universe?
The dumb
Oh my
bitches.
god. They don't understand love.
Thus, our lookout has a view of the beach, but the beach has no view of him or us.
Okay.
It's a neat trick, I must say.
You expressed your consent to me. That to truly partner with your captain, you would need to join him down a dark path, and that you feared it might lead you to a place you would not be able to return from.
You're concerned about me.
The alliance between your crew and my people is critical. Without it, we are all nowhere. If your mind is not clear, and the alliance cannot hold, all will be lost. I am concerned.
And you're also kind of cute, so.
Yes. Last night was not an experience I hope to repeat anytime soon. But my mind is clear.
Still, I need to speak with you. Alone, please.
What's happening?
It's Ozai. What? What are we doing?
What the fuck happened? They killed Parker. They killed Lewis.
Oh, they want revenge.
They killed Simon. They chose them from among us to be tortured and killed. And that one is the one doing the shooting.
I wonder, like, if they think about the damage that they have done, like an island of fucking slaves, that they are the ones that also sold them left and fucking right. I mean, and I agree, like, the cycle of violence is not, like, any type of answer. I mean, I'm sorry, girls, for speaking while you're in the midst of your scene.
No, I'm just watching because the girl has blonde hair.
Interesting.
Really looks like
This is
Eleanor.
you're hiding from.
I mean, she's blonde.
I know, yeah, but like...
To still be here so late in the morning, I assume there's something you're avoiding.
God, this is literally
For what it's worth.
switch positions.
I believe the man who chose
literally,
me.
Like she
from
was this,
one of the
yeah.
first episodes. First Barney Online.
I have no notions about what you once were. I know the games. I have played them all. If you ever wish to be in my bed again, that is the last one you will ever play with me.
It's so awkward.
Cash is in our possession. It's on its way as we speak to the transport and into Havana. With Jack.
Repent for what we
Yeah.
have done.
Then, The men said she was angered when she realized that Jack wasn't.
She's gonna know as well. She's gonna fucking know as well. She is gonna know as well. Keep your girl. Shh. 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 Do not say a fucking word. Do not say a word. Do not say a word. Do not say a word.
Sent 8 men to the exchange to deter any attempt on her part. When did she realize? That Jack
Stop speaking.
When did Anne realize that she had been lied to? Was it before or after they secured the cash? Before, I think. Why? When you told me this was to be, I was upset by the thought of having lied to Anne. I was devastated by the certainty it would unavoidably lead to her death. The moment she realized that Jack was not there, she would attempt to kill anyone she deemed responsible. You could have sent 1,000 men, it would not have deterred her. And now you are saying to me that she knew she had been crossed and chose to walk away to save herself?
They're already gone.
Are they?
Yeah.
Can they stop them?
Sure. They need someone who is gonna be faster. One horse who's gonna be
God,
faster.
thank God they have no phones.
That's what I want to say.
God,
It's not that easy to stop them.
I'm in Havana in a day or two. I assume I'll be hearing a lot of it. Shouted by bitter old women in a crowd.
The way they're dumb, the way they don't realize that she would kill all of them for him.
It'll be quick.
He knows.
Whatever extent it sets your mind at ease. I'm sorry. If. Beg pardon? You said if I'm in Havana. In your mind, this outcome is still in doubt?
Oh, why are you not dumb?
The odds are certainly in its favor. But it is by no means a certainty. You said Anne is alive, did you not? I would argue, as long as that is true, there is a chance, however remote, she will frustrate your efforts to send me off to my death.
Out of curiosity, how would she go about doing that?
Well, you don't know because our guys have shown up from the dead.
Anything in her power, I imagine, up to including walking out in the middle of the road ahead of us to be run over by your horses in the hope of slowing you down for even a moment.
Stand in the road ahead of us. She would have to know which road to stand in.
You held the route secret.
I held a number of potential routes secret before settling on this one. So that even if the secrets were compromised, anyone intending to hit us would be more than likely in possession of the wrong route.
I can understand why this may be hard to believe. I know Anne Bonny well enough to know that it is a certainty something here is amiss.
It's not Captain Flint somehow involved in this plot, despite the fact that his ship left the island hours ago. And I am to redeploy men into the interior, away from Nassau town, leaving their positions undefended.
Sorry, are you suggesting there's some ulterior motive here?
I'm suggesting that simply because the governor decided to put his trust in you, I have no intention of doing the same.
Thank you.
Well,
Thank you for not doing that.
I'm telling you the situation is potentially about to get entirely out of hand. You're not fucking hearing me.
Nobody knows exactly when they were set to leave. Nobody knows what route they finally decided. Nobody knows who...
I know the route.
My girls love you, not rooting for you at all.
Literally at
Hope
all.
you fail.
If I can swallow mine to be standing here, you'll do the
okay.
same to listen.
Okay.
Stop.
Everything may be lost.
I hope everything is.
Yeah. You working with people I want to see dead.
No one outside that room. This story's getting out.
How do we...
That's what hell is going to break loose.
Fuck.
Why are the people on this ship dumbasses?
Yeah, I thought
This
so.
is the best case fucking scenario.
I literally thought
Consult. The way you need to keep your anger at like level to be able to function
Yes,
here.
you and I address the combined crew together. This man will be held to account and punished, swiftly and severely.
May I have a knife, please?
Wait a minute, hold on. Until I know what he's going to say, I can't let anyone walk out of here.
He isn't going to say anything.
He has to say something.
He's going to say that he spoke impertinently to me.
Just like that.
Yes. Now let him go.
If he says a word,
When I speak, my lips. Let do as I say.
I don't question that at all.
Secret caravan to move Rackham to a secret transport, and no one knows about this but you.
Me, the governor, his cabinet,
8 dragoons, they're called to master, the carriage driver, plenty of
Enough!
people, just not you.
And you believe there was plot on the way to attack the secret caravan. I watched it depart the walrus. Had a man with a glass watching her set sail, watching her clear the horizon and disappear.
Do you know what? I don't have time for this.
Except for the glints of light.
Fuck.
What the fuck does that mean?
Oh, could mean nothing. Random artifact of sunlight off the water. Or it could be the reflection of a spyglass upon one of her masts. I beat him. Then I watched him return from the dead to negate my victory.
You beat him.
To watch his partner murder mine and aggravate the affront. You and I have our history. But Flint and I have unfinished business of a far more serious sort.
Let's finish it. Because of all this, if
they manage now, if they now, because of the, I don't know how they're gonna catch him. That's the thing. If he gets caught by the end of the episode, he is getting hanged. That's for sure.
Towards the shop of a man named Rackham. My father's business that he inherited from his father and his father's father begins to wither and die. And my father suffers the compound shame of financial failure seen through the eyes of his son, descended into drink. Listen, really, at the injustice of it all. At his funeral, our neighbours were kind enough to whisper them rather than call them out loud. I set to work, determined to rebuild what had been taken away. I was 13 years old, I was determined. Until a man arrived at my door, claiming to hold debts belonging to my father. Debts accumulated as my father drank. Debts he claimed that now belong to me. Debts over which this man would have seen me imprisoned. Imprisoned in a place where the debts would have been discharged only through hard labour. Hard labour at no wages. Working out, wait for the production of textiles. You people, incapable of accepting the world as it is, says the man to whom the world handed everything. If no am, if no rescue, if this is defeat for me, then know this, you and I were neck and neck in this race, right till the end. But Jesus, did I make up a lot of ground to catch you?
You think the world's been that kind to you?
I read your book.
But there are things you leave out of the book. Things you leave out because if you've gone around polite society what you're capable of when pushed, they might stop inviting you to their dinner parties. All you know about me is what I want you to know.
That's scary.
but like, this would have been... I'm gonna be so fucking mad. This would have gone fucking perfectly. This would have gone fucking perfectly.
What do you
But
mean?
now things are gonna go
What do you mean?
badly because they're coming as well. Who is here? If Vain is here, that's it. Let's not kill Jack in the process of saving him. Is that Vain? I just how long here.
But like what? Do they have... I don't understand. Oh,
Yeah, they are coming. My girl. Okay, he's a bit wounded. We have to carry him. I mean, we have a horse. They're living this show. They're gonna survive. This is...
Yes, the beach will be right behind you. Right behind you. Yeah.
Who? They're not leaving it at all. Who is leaving? They just took the gold and left the two of
Yeah,
them.
he's gonna give them time to escape. And he's gonna stay to save Jack.
Look. Can you ride with him?
Yeah.
Go.
since we were children. Suffered illness and lost by his side. Watched him give his loyalty, his sacrifice, and his love to my mother, to me. So you can just imagine what that was like. Asking him to accept what was done to him at the hands of men who looked so very much like those he watched murder his parents when he was a boy. You can imagine how tempted I was to take that knife and put it in his hand and let him use it to his liking. You can imagine the restraint it took for me not to let my people loose. Which way does that lead us?
This will not happen again.
What?
It is over then. We move forward.
You have my word.
Not a fucking word about it. Understand?
Sails! To the west! Heading this way!
I thought you said that no one could see us from here.
Oh, fuck. Horny go.
Oh. I love that it's our girls that are giving us this much of a headache. They have orchestrated this whole thing.
That ship will be upon us in 2 hours.
Make ready the launchers!
Oh my god.
Pathetic.
What a boring human.
6 more of them have fallen out.
Oh, what a shame.
14 reported cases.
Look how I
Happy
cry.
about it.
Not yet.
One can only hope.
Cases are dwindling.
If the governor's caravan was attacked, it means someone knew where to find it. It means our secrets are no longer ours. It means there is a spy among us.
And we like him. You wanna know who gave him those punches?
Where's Maddie?
The militia arrived before he could get away. We had no choice but to run.
Take him and the cash back to the ship and get out of here.
What? You can't stay behind.
I'll go find Vain. Once he's free, we'll find our own way back to the camp.
Captain,
Charles Vain swinging over Nassau is a statement we cannot afford to be made.
you cannot stay. We're about to get the war he wanted. And perhaps a credible path towards something resembling victory, but the war is going to follow that chest.
If Charles knew we were even contemplating jeopardizing the grander effort to save him, he'd kill us all.
Give me 2 men. I'll go back and address the situation. Stirring resentment. Finding sympathetic ears, reminding them that Charles Vain wants the best of them. Still, if we are to win this war, that may be exactly what we need. By the time I'm through, the governor won't be able to have Vain out fear of losing his street.
He's gonna be a fucking desperate man, so I'm not sure that's gonna work anymore.
He's gonna be an angry man as well.
Yeah, and I don't.
Charles is here.
It's a very small consolation given what we lost today. You had the foresight to put Captain Hornicle in pursuit of Flint's ship. It's the only reason we have any prayer at all that becomes any cash in avoiding disaster. If Hornicle is unable to capture Flint's ship, Flint is able to dictate the next chapter of this story.
The challenges I see ahead for both you and I are of the greatest sort. I need to know that I can rely upon you to help me navigate through it.
Of course you can.
My concern about calling you a partner, from the moment I first walked into your cell in London, was whether you'd be able to resist Nassau's temptation. The gravity of your personal history, urging you to resume petty rivalries and repeat the costliest of your mistakes. I fear the temptation you're feeling is about to be at its strongest. No, I'm not. That man, sitting in a cell in my fort, is the embodiment of that temptation for you. It is self-evident. Now I am asking whether you're able to see past the petty and the personal, to remain focused on what is right now of vital importance to both of our futures. Do you have any regard for me? Any respect at all? And I'm asking you to tell me the truth about what you're capable of right now.
The moment you walked into my cell in London, do you want to know what I first thought? wasn't thinking about a reprieve from the noose. I wasn't thinking about piracy or pardons in Nassau. In that moment, I was consumed by one thought and one thought only. The idea that this may be my opportunity to gain some measure of revenge against my father's murderer. I might play a role in the execution of Charles Vane. I know you now. I trust you now. I'm devoted to you now. I love you now. So I will tell you the absolute truth about how I'm going to react when faced with the thing sitting in that cell in your fort. I honestly don't know.
God, this was a great episode. And honestly, we only have 2 more of this season.
I can't even talk about it. Like, we made a break. And like, usually I could collect my thoughts during us being in the break, but like, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I don't know where to go. I don't know if my mind is processed this to the extent that I need to process it. I don't know. I just feel emotionally overwhelmed. And so then, there's, when you watch and I want to talk about the episode, I always try to speak, to the, objective ways. Like, everyone has their reasons and everything. And while watching the episode, I'm so overwhelmed by, it's not anger, it's not rage, it's just I feel so strongly about the cause of our guys, even though I understand the other side and the rationale behind everything happening there with Spain, and of course Max and Eleanor and their reasonings. Everything is I think everything is very understandable from each and every single character, but I feel such just sadness now and injustice for our side and for Vane, who's definitely about to die. Who's about to die in the next episode. Or the 10th.
Yeah, it seems like you have feeling that our side is gonna lose in this battle completely.
Yeah. We're talking about it now and because we're in the break.
Yeah, because you said the injustice that our side is gonna...
Yeah.
Because that's a completely different story.
Mm-hmm.
We're about to... That's about to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a completely different opinion about that one. Really completely different opinion. Yes, for me, I understand that Max and Eleanor, I'm not angry at them at all, and I don't feel any type of resentment towards them, especially not Max, in my opinion, because I completely understand where she's coming from and what... I understand every step that she's doing right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know what to tell you about, because I don't know the outcome that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Because I had this vision in mind that I still see happening. Again, I sometimes can't differentiate what I want to happen and what is gonna happen. I mean, nobody really can. It's not it's all obvious what's gonna happen, If the outcome is the one that I expect to happen and that I want to happen, that I'm loving the story,
Yeah.
That I think, I'm not saying that it's gonna be happily ever after,
Yeah.
But again, Spain is coming. Again, we're gonna have so many problems.
Yeah.
But against Rogers in this moment, I do expect us to win this fight. Win this fight. At the end, Wayne died, but to me, died with for a good cause.
Yeah.
I still think it's a great death.
What I think, what I hope, transpires out of this, because, again, I think Vane is gonna get hanged. How we come to that, I am uncertain, because, for this exact moment, I don't see how Vane hanging would be in the interest of Woodes Rogers. I don't know, but, let's just say that somehow we get there, and Vane hangs. And so, the best case scenario is that, what I want to happen, what I do actually think is gonna happen. I do think that the street is then gonna turn on the British and like come.
That's what you think?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then like our guys are gonna like have more of a backup from within. I don't think we win. The thing is, I don't think there's gonna be a win or a loss. I don't think, like, I can't just, like, imagine, I don't know, I can't imagine us, like, what is a win? Like, do we, you know what I mean? Like, how do we win? Like, do we, we can make their army unable to then resist our fight, and then what, they leave? And then just like Spain comes.
What was the plan? The first plan wasn't us fighting them.
The first plan was to use the ships that we do not have now.
No, I'm saying with the second plan.
Okay.
Was that we lower them to fight on a ground where we have some advantage.
Yeah.
Which is where the camp is.
Yeah. By taking the gold and like bringing them there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the plan.
That is actually the plan.
I can't even see how we go there. But okay.
The thing is, I do believe that he's gonna hang Vain, and I think that's probably gonna happen in the next episode. I can see the episode ending with him dying, like that is the last scene or something. I do expect that to happen. I don't know how exactly we get to that point, but for me, it's not that hard to imagine. Because he does not have that many cards up his sleeves. He even said, like, if Eleanor didn't send Hornigal to stop Flint, he wouldn't have anything. They would have lost immediately now, you know. But like this way, they have Vain, who they captured, and potentially Hornigal can go and get the gold. Yeah. You know? But because that's not gonna happen. They don't have gold.
Yeah.
They only have Vain. So, I don't know. I feel like even Flint said at the end something along the lines, Vain hanging on the streets is not something we can afford. Maybe potentially because I'm not sure exactly why. There could be, we talked about that 5 minutes ago. Maybe it could be two possibilities. Like, first, we had the scene with when Vain came back to save Flint. But it's somehow not the same to me. It's not the same to me because they were in Charlestown.
Yeah, in enemy territory.
In enemy territory. And now, in front of all the enemies, they hang the fearless, I don't know.
Well, the
most feared. The most feared pirate, you know? So that is the message for all the people in England.
Yeah.
But here, I think it's more maybe the opposite. That maybe if people from Nassau see that the most feared one of them is now hanging on the streets.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna be able to do anything.
Yeah, they will feel like game over, game lost.
Exactly. So maybe potentially that is the reason why he said that's not something that can afford.
That shows a big win against them from England. England wins.
Yeah.
If they hang Flint, if they hang Vain, if they hang the people that are the face basically of Nassau.
But he's hanged them in front of our people, which in my opinion can also be a result.
Yeah, the result of it.
It can be that our people are more angry because English people came here and are killing.
Yeah, they're
and trialing and hanging our people, you know, pirates.
I mean, I think that's what Rogers, he was talking about for even Jack. He was talking about how they cannot harm him because the street is then gonna turn on them. Because if they go and harm Jack with one of their own, then that doesn't go with the let's all get along narrative.
The thing is, he wanted to have both people and everything in Nassau. And this way, at this point, he doesn't have anything. He's not going to have anything.
Yeah.
So at least he's going to get people somehow.
Yeah.
You know? So maybe... So it's not hard to imagine being hanged. You know?
No, I think...
Getting to that point. It's really not hard to imagine.
Yeah, no. Just I want to see how... Because he was speaking to Eleanor. And he was telling Eleanor, I need to know what you're thinking. Because, you're now the only person that I, let's say... I, rely upon you. And so, I need to know that you can, control it. which like to me that at that point meant that like maybe I'm not gonna kill Vane, maybe Vane is not gonna hang, and like I need
in
to
that
know
moment,
that.
in my opinion,
How did you take that?
I took it the way that like in that moment he has no intention of hanging Vane at this point.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
No,
and he is like telling her
Yeah.
that I need to know that you
If
can like
she is
handle it.
If she is the one who is gonna go against Vane.
Yeah. Like you need to be like on. I need to know that you're gonna stand by me when I choose not to hang him. That's
exactly.
what I like understood from that conversation with them. And so like he right now is not planning on killing him, and like, but like I don't know what happens for him to think it is in more of their interest to hang Vane, you know.
But again, at this point, catching Vane is just like a good thing for him, you know what I mean? But like at this point, he is still hoping that Hornigal is gonna get that gold back, and it's like not a big damage is gonna be done.
True.
You know, so like if he gets Colt and if he gets Jack, now they have Vane. You know, why would they hang Vane? No reason at all. You know, but like Eleanor is the problem because she hates Vane. You know, so like because of her personal reasons, she's maybe gonna want him dead. And this way he can even get the people on his side even more if he doesn't kill him.
The thing is, when you do not get the gold, because fucking horny gold, just because he has gold in his last name, he's not gonna fucking get it. When he does not, when he cannot go against Flint, not get the gold, then like where does that leave the whole situation? You know what I mean? Like where does it leave it? I don't know. And so like I can't like in my mind I can't wrap around. I can't the political situation of it all. I cannot see how we get to One Piece from one piece to another. I can only tell you that there is zero chance that Vane does not hang by the end of the season. There's
I think so as well, because like if
zero chance.
Because like for a second there I was confused because like I already buried him. We buried him like a season ago, 2 seasons ago, you know. So like in my mind, and I honestly somehow, with the way that this season was going, I could see his ending by the end of the season. For the love of God, I thought he's gonna die in third episode. You know, so like I definitely saw that coming. I just didn't know exactly how. You know. But like I was just confused for a second when Flint was getting on his course, going back to save him. I was like, he's then not dying, you know? So I was confused, but when Billy came, okay, he's hanging. It's done. This is a bigger cause. Even I don't know who, Jack said, or Anne, if Vane even knew that we are debating this right now, he would be pissed, you know?
Yeah, because like it's bigger than him.
It's much bigger than him,
and this is like the cause that he also chose, and so like by choosing it, you choose to die for that cause as well. I think like, you know, the villain, the villain of this show, and why it's so hard to then like accept the failure of our guys that I think is gonna come is because like the villain is kind of England, and like I mean not just England, but like England is the one that we're fighting, but like empires like Spain, England, like the places that hold people down. And like we had so many instances of like each and every single one of our characters has suffered at the hands of these empires. Like there is not a single fucking one that has not, and that's why everyone is right now doing what they are doing. Like Flint's reasonings are very clear. He has lost Thomas and he has lost Miranda because of England. Like Vane was a slave. Jack told his story in I really love that scene. Told his story to Woodes Rogers about like how they had a business, like they had this family business that his father inherited from his father, and like it went generations back. And when he was a kid, because I
15 years old.
And like I missed that part exactly, but like they were working with textile of something, and that was cheaper than cotton, and because of that they were disrupting the cotton trade or whatever, and so somehow the government basically closed the shop of his father that he inherited from his father, and way back. And so like because of that his father, you know, started drinking and eventually died, and was very angry, and like rightfully so angry. And so like just like imagine seeing that as a kid and like knowing the injustice that was done to you, and then like for people there to like sit and stare at your father and like think a certain way about it when like, you know, the man was brought down because of England and because of all of these injustices. It's so difficult for me to like then it's so difficult to accept it, because like the things that you're fighting are not like one person. Like Woodes Rogers is not our villain, you know what I mean? Like the system is our villain. And like that becomes difficult. That's why like that was difficult in The Wire as well. And so just like knowing that is our villain that we are fighting, and that the fight is so precarious that like we're not gonna win it. Not because like I think it is impossible to stand up to such powers. It's just that like it seems like the direction that this show is gonna take, where like we lose to that. Like that is the thing that like I feel a lot of rage towards. You know, I have very much trouble like just accepting that. It's always about the fucking governments and everything. And like it ties back to Vain in the beginning, talking to Flint about like kind of like how to live life, and like why he is not gonna, let's say, how do I say it, like accept civilization as it comes, because like they want, let's say, in a way different things, but like to Vain accepting England coming and saying, that's what also Jack mentioned in his talk with Woods, which was like maybe my favorite scene, that he was like, just bow down to us and we will give you this comfort. And like, what comfort? What comfort are we talking about here? Because like we have seen The Soldier from Spain, it's the exact same thing. That is talking about like why they are fighting this battle they're about to lose against Vain and Blackbeard. And they're fighting this battle because like if they don't fight this battle, they are not gonna get any wages. And if they maybe die, oh well, then at least maybe their family is gonna get something. But if they just like do not do that, then they starve them. And that's what you are accepting by like bowing down to that system, you know. And that is like, that should be unacceptable. And for someone like Vain that has been a slave, that has gone through life like being born into not having such a basic human necessity, you know what I mean? Like, of course he is never gonna want, nor should he want to accept it.
Yeah.
You know? And it all ties back to the exact same thing. You know? And so like, when you're fighting this, it is so much bigger than just like fighting Woodes Rogers. It is...
I mean, of course.
Like, you're really, like, it's...
I mean, I don't think Flint is fighting Woodes Rogers right now.
No, but just, like, that's why that's why it's difficult. It's, for some reason, in my mind, it makes it difficult for me to, like, put my flow into sentences. Because, like, how does this end? Where does this go when we're fighting such a thing? I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know where we go.
The thing is, like, this is still not the end of the show.
No.
In my opinion, this is one battle, and I God knows what is gonna happen in season 4, and exactly, you know, and what type of battles we're gonna lead there.
Yeah.
At that point, again, I definitely don't think we're gonna win this fight. This fight, meaning what, NASA is gonna become an independent.
Yeah.
I don't expect that to happen, you know? But I think at the end it's gonna be a good story.
I think it's gonna be a great story because it's gonna be a story.
I'm honestly excited to see that story. What I'm talking about when I say they're gonna win something, you know, I just think at the end of this season, I feel like I could be satisfied, even if the people unite, and even if they don't win, because it's almost, in my opinion, impossible to win, honestly. I think I'm gonna be satisfied. I don't know if
I think the story is gonna be great, because like I think the story at the end is gonna be about the people standing up to these like powers that be, that seem like they're so undefeatable, and like banding together against that. And I think that's always such a powerful story, and it doesn't make it any less powerful even if you don't win, because like you're standing up for what is right and what is just and what you should stand behind. And like those are my favorite storylines.
Yeah, I agree. And maybe they're not gonna succeed anything, but like maybe they are one thing, you know, maybe one thing they're gonna succeed. Like I don't know right now what that thing would be.
Yeah.
You know, or how these two islands are gonna unite.
Yeah.
You know, against the common enemy.
Yeah.
Like, but like I really think it's gonna be a perfectly told story. Like
No,
I
I
can
agree.
just like see it.
I agree.
And Wayne dying for that to happen is for me, again, I'm repeating the sentence, but such a good story. You know,
I agree.
I think he's a perfect character to die for something like that, fighting for his freedom when he didn't have any, not accepting the British rule. You know.
Yeah, I agree. I agree
think
completely. It's just that like it still feels just like, because it is so. I love that the storyline, even though like it's taking place in the 1700s, like a lot of this you can connect to today in many ways, you know. And like I just feel, I think he like his death is gonna feel important, and it's not gonna feel like it's for nothing or anything like that. Like that, but like there's still for me gonna feel there's gonna be such injustice behind it, because like again, it's not about like Vain versus like Eleanor Woods Rogers, you know. It's just like the grander picture of the injustice to the people from the system, you know, is like represented in that. And so like on the other side I have my girls that I love and that I completely understand, you know, but like they are standing there on the side of the system. And again, they are there because of the system. They're also both victims to the system. It just makes it very difficult to digest, to like accept the thing that like Vain is now caught as well because of that. It makes it very difficult to, because like I can understand everyone, because even Woods Rogers and them, they are trying to stop Nassau from getting annihilated when Spain comes. In their mind, if they keep the gold, I mean, if Flint and everyone else keeps the gold and Spain comes, they're all gonna die. So their options are either Nassau is destroyed as a whole, or we give the gold back and like find ways to live amongst each other under the British rule, you know. And so like of course their preferred outcome here is like, not gonna be annihilation.
Yeah, because like in my opinion, British rule or pirate rule for like someone like Max, like maybe in her mind right now, it makes perfect sense that she's fighting for herself in this moment.
I know, again, I think it makes perfect sense for everyone. Like, I mean, that's really just what I'm saying. But like, what, you know, that's the thing that I'm struggling with watching Max and Eleanor, like doing all that. And again, I understand their reasonings. All of their reasonings are perfectly valid. But like in those moments, I feel, again, not angry because I love the two of them. And so like I can't feel exactly anger, but I feel such injustice at watching that happen. And so like then I'm struggling watching that, even though again I know the reasonings. Like I'm about to see Vain die, and in large parts that is gonna be because of Eleanor, who again, I think her reasons for wanting Vain dead are, I was gonna say reasonable, not reasonable in terms of like, oh yeah, she has the right to do that, just in the terms of like, I understand how she feels and like why she wants Vain dead. Like I think that there is nothing to like question there. Like I'm about to see again a character that I really love die because of like personal reasons from another character that I love.
I mean, we watched that through this entire show. This is not anything different.
Yeah.
You know, like we watched 10 characters and all of them are sometimes on the same side, sometimes on completely opposite side. Like this is more powerful because like it's Vain and Eleanor, but like could have been Vain and Flint.
Yeah.
Because at some point their plans could diverge.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like with Vain and Eleanor, it's in my opinion more powerful and more understandable because they are on completely because it's so there is so much history there.
Yeah.
And also like Vain did kill her father.
I mean that
like,
is why it's personal.
Of
like,
course.
Again.
Did I understand? That's the thing, because like Eleanor took the girl from Vain.
Yeah.
For a good reason.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
But like Vain after that went and killed her father.
Yeah, I mean, he had his reasons. What the father wanted is kind of what is happening right now, and Vain was not gonna have that, and so like that is also like
I also think that I also think that the big reason there was Eleanor.
No, of course.
Like,
of course. I mean, it was. He said, "You will hear from me again."
Exactly.
Like, I mean, but like, it's not that he like killed someone that like he otherwise wouldn't have killed.
Of course.
Because like the reason why he wouldn't have killed him before is because he cares about Eleanor. You know what I mean? Because otherwise he would have killed him still. And so like now he was like, well, now that we don't have that or whatever, now that you betrayed me, I'm not gonna keep your father alive anymore when like he goes against what I want. And like again, all of us can sit here and say that Eleanor's father is awful and that he really did not care for his daughter, and just like no one has shed a fucking tear that that man was dead, you know. But for Eleanor and the way that she grew up and like wanting hating her father but also really wanting his approval from the man that like told her that he left her here because like she was not born a boy, and he didn't think that she is gonna be capable of doing anything, and like everything that she has been doing was to prove that she can be something and hold power. And for her father and like those last moments before he died to like give her that validation that she wanted from him, even though that validation was like fake. Like that was not like him actually realizing his mistakes or anything like that. It was just like in that moment it benefited him to be on that side. Like that man is a fucking asshole. Was, thankfully. But like their last moments, like they hugged. Like she got some type of like, let's say, warmth from her father as she has been seeking. And the next thing she knows, her father is dead.
No, that's what I want to say. That like, even if she didn't love him, you know what I mean? Her entire life, she's done everything that she has done for his love and his approval.
Yeah.
So even if she didn't get that last moment, you know what I mean? Yeah. Like her whole life mission has been for him.
Yeah. But I don't know if it even makes it worse that like she was on the brink of it. Like she touched it. She touched the whole thing that she wanted, and then it was taken away from her. And so like she in her mind things could have been even like better, but now she will never know because he is dead, and Vain took that away from her. And so like of course that
to me
she is gonna want him dead as can be. Like
nothing more understandable than that.
No one like I have not questioned that at any point. Like that is, I don't need her reasonings explained more. I think her reasonings are clear, and again, anytime I understand reasonings, even if I don't want Vain dead. I don't want Vain dead at all, but like I understand why she wants.
I did always think that like I would love this story that they both died because of each other.
Oh yeah,
because of what they did to each other.
I agree.
So like to me, I like that story.
Yeah,
you know. And also I loved, we had a scene with her and Rogers when they started talking, and he asked her all of that about Vain, and she was about to be sure, she was decided to be completely honest with him, where she told him that like the second that he walked in the door and when she saw him for the first time, and let me just tell you that like I was terrified in that moment at what she's gonna say, because like I wasn't sure, you know, like I was terrified that she's gonna say something about Rogers, you know, because she said like I'm gonna tell you what I first thought, you know. I was terrified that she's gonna say that like something where she's gonna
center him.
Yeah, exactly. And I was about to be so pissed at the show, and then she said, I saw the opportunity to kill Vain.
Yeah.
And
that's all she cared about.
And I had all the chills.
Like she did not care about her life, she did not care about Nassau, she did not care about like her having to hang, nothing. But like, there was nothing else, and she just wanted Vain dead.
It makes sense, because just like we said, Nassau, she got imprisoned, but like all she did before her father died, had the reasonings has been because of her father.
Yeah.
You know, everything she wanted for Nassau, it all stemmed from that.
Yeah.
You know, so now when she doesn't have him at all, being imprisoned, like, she just shut down. She didn't have any emotions towards her life and her future or Nassau at all.
Yeah.
You know, and that's why her first thought is how do I get the revenge?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because he took not just her father, but all her... The battery died
Yeah.
before I said with all her dreams with him. I don't know what I even talked about, but like...
Eleanor
and
and Vain.
Yeah. That he killed, with her father, he killed all her dreams as well and everything she's done and built with
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so again, Eleanor's reasonings are just very personal, and of course we are here, you know, like, we know why we are here. I don't question it, which is why I cannot like be angry at her when I understand.
But I loved that in this episode, that we got that from her, honestly.
Yeah.
I really love that, because that is something that I needed even better. It was even
just
better
because it's about her.
Yeah,
it's
but like it was even better than like what I thought we could get, that it's like, how does she go back? You know, because you know what, I thought she's manipulating him to get to some position, how she can become what she was, but like she doesn't want to become what she was, you know, she wants revenge, which makes sense again because of what we did.
Yeah.
So like it's even a better story to me.
Yeah, because she has already lost everything. And so like, what is she gonna get? She's gonna get revenge.
Yeah.
To the guy that like kind of took that from her.
Interesting.
I mean, took the most important thing that she wanted all her life, which was kind of her father's acknowledgement.
Approval,
yeah, and so like, you know, that is her villain. I mean, she said that thing in prison, you know, like, that is, to her, that is not like a person now at this point. That is like all her grievances.
And I cannot believe that is how the episode ended, honestly, because like I think we said that many times. It's like I could say our favorite scenes in this show have been with Eleanor and Vain. You know?
Yeah.
They just always captivated, you know? So and after everything they have been through, now they're gonna talk face to face.
I don't think they're gonna be doing much talking. Like, Vain. Eleanor entered that room and like maybe Vain doesn't even fucking get to the nooses, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I think he will.
I think he will as well, but like,
so I can't wait to see what's gonna happen.
That's about to be. I'm not sure how I can handle their conversation.
No, me neither.
Like, I don't know.
No, me neither.
I don't know how I can handle that.
No, me neither. Honestly, the last conversation, we know the last time they looked each other in the eyes, and after that he killed her father.
Still, I want to say like my top. There are too many good scenes in the show.
That's what I said.
My like top 10 favorite scenes of the show.
I mean, the ones that like I will remember.
Yeah.
The ones that like really stands out, and I think of that scene.
Yeah.
You know, like it's one of my favorite
ridiculous moments.
Scenes from both of them.
Yeah.
You know, so
yeah. No, that was such a ridiculous scene.
What else?
We had the whole thing happening on the ship.
Yeah.
With Maddie and John. I can understand why people love Maddie. And I mean, I could understand it before all of this, of course. I mean, she's a very just like a very likable character, and like a very, how they say it, like she stands with her head held high. Like, she knows who she is, and she is like just confident in what she can do. We had this whole ordeal with one of our guys from the ship who started beating on the guy that was in charge of choosing the people from their ship that like get tortured and get killed. And so like he wanted to take revenge on him. And now I can understand feeling, I mean, I can understand wanting revenge because like your own are harmed. I do think that all of them on that ship, most of them at least, lack any type of like self-awareness as to how awful they are and like how much they have harmed. Like, they are not he has not taken another pirate to beat. You know, he has literally went to the people that have had most harm done to them. Like, they have been enslaved, and then they like found ways to free themselves and like create this, and then you came there. Okay, sure, by accident, but like, of course it's about to be like a sticky situation, to put it lightly. You know, I don't think that thought about their involvement in all that, because they have also sold slaves, I don't think that even like comes into their head, to be quite honest. Like, I don't think there's anything there happening. And so like immediately you are angry that this is happening to that guy. And he looks so young. He looks like a fucking kid. And so I was just thinking when Maddie entered the room, I was just thinking how much it takes to hold that anger in. Because like, she comes in and I'm thinking like, I want to harm that guy that did this to this guy. And so like, you have to have the capacity to stop yourself, because like, if you do act on that, and again, like you would be like justified too, but then like, we're just like continuing this cycle of it all. And like, if she did do that, because like John said like, we're gonna punish him, and like, we're gonna like basically like hold a trial and punish him and do everything. And like, if they do that, it creates an even bigger divide within the ship of like the crew of the Walrus and Maddie's people. Like, it's gonna create an even bigger divide, because like, the guys on the ship are gonna think this is an injustice to their guy that was justified to doing that, and like vice versa. It's gonna create this whole thing when they have to be a united front in this fucking war against England. Like, we cannot afford it. And to be able to stand there and like not succumb to that anger that she feels. And especially like when she said that this is a kid that she grew up with, that has had so many awful things happen to him. And she said to John that the people that look like them have killed his parents. Like, to have to then take it for like this greater good. Again, it feels like such an injustice that they have to like rise above it. So like, I really thought in that scene, for her to be able to handle that the way that she did, I think like that required a tremendous amount of strength.
Yeah, I completely agree. And honestly, even in the second that the scene started,
yeah,
and when we saw what the guy did,
yeah,
I thought that would be an outcome, and that is the reason why. I mean, I think it would be kind of predictable that something like that would happen. That the guy would,
yeah,
like, I think it made sense that something like that would happen. I wasn't shocked at all for a second. Just made somehow perfect sense. And when John started talking of the options, I thought that like it would be a good option to go to Maddie.
Yeah.
So like, I already had complete confidence in her.
Yeah.
That she would be able to look past, however that sounds bad.
No, I mean, I again, like, I thought that
because
she
like,
was
why
gonna
would she be the? I mean, technically, why would she be the one who looked past when these guys couldn't?
Yeah.
And she has lived through the injustice her entire life.
Yeah.
But like, she also has obligation towards her people and bigger goal.
Yeah.
Where she could lead them, she could lead them toward that bigger goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she said like, I was this close to handing over that knife and letting him do whatever he wanted to do with him, but like, it was hard not to do that.
Yeah.
I also really love this scene when John gave her the knife.
Yeah.
Like, it focused on their hands, and like, he decided at that moment to completely trust her. you know, but like it wasn't easy for him.
He was holding that knife.
He was holding
the knife, and it took him a second.
Exactly, because like he wasn't sure, because he could see how easily this could turn around.
Yeah, because like she could have just given the guy the knife,
which would be understandable.
I mean, I would just be like, okay.
I mean, I knew it's not gonna happen.
No,
but
me
like,
too. Like when she entered the room again, I think that tells a lot that he trusts her to make a sound decision and not be led by like just that rage. But just like I was really, I was like taken by surprise because I felt a lot of anger. I was just like, thinking you have to, because like in my mind I knew that she was gonna make the right choice, but like again that right choice somehow falls on their back, you know, like how are they the ones that have to like rise above this, you know, like it feels like such an injustice that you like have to, but again I think it takes so much more strength to do the right thing in those moments than just like succumb to your anger. It just takes such a fucking tremendous amount of strength. I mean, that the guy that like took this kid and like
they're definitely strong,
punched him would not even understand.
They're definitely strong because like I think it takes so much strength to even go for this war.
Yeah,
that they are
with these people
who look exactly like people who captured you,
and they that could be the people that captured you.
So like even that shows you so much strength.
Yeah,
and Maddie was very persistent in it. So yeah, I really loved Maddie in this episode.
I think that was, I mean, when she said like she didn't need to speak a fucking word to the guy, and like John was afraid, like what is he gonna say? He is gonna say nothing.
Yeah,
like my man, follow my orders. Like that was when she said
that was embarrassing. I'm sorry.
When she said that and the way that she said
but like the way that she said it to John, whose man right now went and did this.
Yeah,
you know, that was
yeah, because like the way John operates is kind of keeping the men happy. You know what I mean? It's like kind of allowing them to do things or whatever. Like there is much less, I don't know what to call it, much less form in the ship of fucking pirates than there is under the Queen and Maddie. There's like much less. Like, I mean, the ship is full of people that are not good people.
Yeah.
You know, just because like we love some of them still doesn't make them good guys, you know, like the things that they do. You know, you really can't argue that for them with things that they do. But like, you know, the ones that we don't even see, they're on, like, I would not want to be on that ship with them, you know. And so like that was such a fantastic scene, such a fantastic moment for Maddie as a character.
Exactly, yeah.
To just like show that restraint and strength.
Yeah.
And choosing what she chose.
Yeah.
And then like boy John sent people to beat up the guy.
And they beat him up and told him not to say a word.
Yeah. You know? So that this does not become a larger thing.
Yeah. But like that he gets punished.
Yeah.
You know, and stopped from repeating the same thing.
I would have thrown out the boat. I mean, I would be like, those types of men do not belong on the ship, but like for their ship, sure they do.
Exactly.
Like there's no moral. It's not a question of like moral righteousness when you get accepted onto the crew. No one questions moral goodness. What word am I looking for? I don't know. No one questions that when they accept you on the ship. Another one of my favorite, like, scenes, moments, things. Again, the whole, I mean, we talked about a bit of the Jack scene with Wood Rogers. But like then in the midst of that scene, our guys came to save him. And I really loved the whole fucking portion of it. They looked so fucking badass. But Jack and Anne.
That's what I want to say. Like, yes, action was really well done.
Yeah.
But my main
let's get to the real.
Exactly. My main focus is their relationship generally. My main focus is the fact that, like, the second he found out that Anne left there unharmed, he knew. He knew that she was gonna search the whole earth to find him.
Yeah.
Everybody,
he didn't know that, like, Flint and everyone else is here or anything like that.
No, he just knew that she's coming.
I mean, he said, like, she's gonna stand in front of this carriage.
Yeah.
Even to the later second.
Yeah.
Like, she is not gonna get out of this fucking alive.
Exactly. So, I loved how he immediately, like, everything changed in his face when he found out that she was unharmed. Also loved that Max, as well, the second she figured out. Again, I loved it for Anne's and Jack's relationship. The second that she found out that Anne was unharmed, she said Anne would attack 100 men.
Yeah, because
in that moment, you want to tell me that she left them alone.
Yeah.
You know, she even asked, did she find out before or after the goal was already taken? And Eleanor was like, before, and she was like, you want, like,
what universe?
In what universe would something like that happen? She would die.
No, because like Max was there waiting for the news of Anne's death.
Yeah.
She was there waiting for the news of Anne's death, and then suddenly you come and tell her she's unharmed.
Exactly.
Something's off.
Exactly.
Because like in no reality does Anne leave Jack, and that's who they have been, and that's who they have always been. And when they fucking die, they're dying side by side.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's of old
They're
age.
buried in the same
I
grave.
hope it's
That's
out of
what
like from
said.
old age, and they're gonna go together. Like, they are.
I definitely think they will.
They're the most solid relationship of this show.
I mean, they're my favorite relationship of the show. None other can compare.
Yeah.
I think
like
their
when she
ending
kissed
is
him,
gonna...
like, ow.
I think their ending is gonna be
on a
happy
ship.
one. A happy
on
one.
a ship as him as a captain.
Yeah. Somewhere. Wherever. You know.
With Jack having made a name for himself.
Exactly.
Or like on the road to making a name for himself.
I
adore them. I adore them with everything.
Yeah.
Like, they're like really. It was so fucking sad to me that like that Vain is there behind to like save Jack from the like constraints. That's not a word. What is it? You know what I mean? The things. And that's what they stay behind, and you know, he forces them to leave because like they can't, like, realistically they can only die or get caught as well with him. You know, like there's nothing that they could do. But like, I really like a last nod to their relationship of the three of them. Again, it made me very sad. Again, love it for Vane's character, that like all these steps that he took, he was the one that said like, well, we need to find ways to save Jack. It's not like Flint would have necessarily cared that much about Jack's well-being, but because Vane wanted to save Jack, like that's why these things have been done the way they have been done, you know.
Yeah.
And so like I love that. I really loved the relationship, however small we had, with the three of them, and that was like the last bit, I guess, before Vane dies.
And that might be the next time we watch.
Honestly, I don't like that's tomorrow.
That really might be the next
Vane
time.
is gonna die on March 21st.
For us, yes.
For us, he's gonna die on March 21st.
God.
No, this was such a ridiculously like great episode on so many fronts.
Me too.
Like, I don't even know like which scene was better. All of Jack's like dialogue / monologues were fantastic. Vane and Eleanor now at the end, and Vane's whole thing with him speaking in the beginning to Flint as well.
No, I mean, in my opinion, everything was done perfectly in this episode.
It was so good. And even like, again, like small things like Billy saying that he's gonna go and like kind of like spread the word, basically doing what his parents did, and another showing of how England is the villain, because of those reasons he was also taken away from his parents because of the system of England. Again, showing you what a villain England is and how everyone is fighting against it in some ways for their own reasons.
In their own way.
Again, I just think so many things connect, and so many things are good, and so many things can be connected to today. You know, I think that those stories are always my favorite. Doesn't matter if like they're full fantasy, if they're like in 1500s or whatever, when you can connect these things. And I mean, it's sad that we can connect it still. Like, it's sad that, you know, the state of affairs is still pretty much the same. But those always end up being my favorite stories. Yeah. And we know this one is. We really know this one is.
Yeah.
That's it, guys.
Okay. Thank you so much for watching. We'll see you very soon. Bye.